see the way they hate. And I know better than to listen to the people who are calling us slaves. I can feel the sun.
Well, good morning. It's Thursday, October 24th, 2024, and welcome to episode 792 of the TheLOTSProject Morning Show, where the coffee's strong, the opinions are stronger, and everything's always filter-free. I'm Brian, your host, and today I'm enjoying a Silver Bullet blend from FoodForestFarms.com, wrapping out that bag of Silver Bullet blend. Again, it's fantastic stuff. You're going to want to give it a try. You can find it over at foodforestfarms.com. Get 10% off with discount code LOTS10, LOTS10, and the shipping's always free on that and everything from foodforestfarms.com. And while you're there, dig into the C4 Club, fantastic monthly coffee club that you're going to want to join. Find it again at foodforestfarms.com. Tell him Brian sent you. Tell Brian sent you. Today I'm going to be talking about some big changes about to happen with the show. A little bit about lithium. What do we think about lithium? Shooting stars and more. First, let's grab that cup of coffee, head over into the live chat, check out who's hanging out, and we'll chat for about an hour. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How is everybody doing? Pip in early morning humans. How we doing, Pip? Hope everything's going well. Now that you have the whole inventory counted, is it time to start shuffling parts around again? Good morning, John Palmer. Good morning and good day to you. Rewilder Life, good morning. Getting ready for work. Gotta work to get out to that property. Are you on a course at the moment, Rachel? Is there an end goal to the work? Is the new place the culmination? Are you going to scale back with that, or are you going to put it in hyperdrive and work more when you get moved to the new place? Good morning, Jeremiah. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate you. Off Grid Ping, Jamie, how's it going? We'll be out this afternoon and spending the weekend out at Delinquent Scully. Hope to see you at some point over the weekend, and thanks for stopping. Take the ride. Good morning to you. Thank you for stopping in as always. Pip says, nah, they fucked up the count on inventory pretty bad. Got to recount everything pretty much. Oh man, I'm sorry about that, Pip. That sucks for sure. You're watching over on Noster. Pop in, drop a comment, say hi. Thanks for popping in over there. I see you in the viewers over there. Appreciate you stopping, even if you don't say hi. Yeah. How's it going, folks? How's it going? See over the corner here, we got Canadian Farmstead's going to be upset, but we got green on the way up. I held out and stuck with the same ducks. I've had my ducks in a row. Yeah, they were using that joke last night at dinner. But I stuck with superhero duck girl and Sailor Jerry. Bless you, Corey. Sailor Jerry duck. And we pulled through the down yesterday, and we are at green today. Hey, Hector, how's it going? What's up in Stockton, California? Early morning out in Stockton, California, hitting the YouTubes, watching this morning show. Are you up early, or are you heading to bed soon, Hector? Thanks for popping in, and thanks for the comment. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe. Your Wilder Life. Shh. All right, guys. Everybody, quiet down and don't tell Rachel's clients. But says, don't tell my clients, but I'm cutting way back on work as soon as I can. I'd rather be the farmer version of myself. The push now is to keep it all paid off, which is why I still work. Yeah, I was curious. I was thinking that Hector, 4:06 a.m. lunch. You're having lunch? Oh, you work overnights, man? Well, I appreciate you. I appreciate you stopping in and give me a minute of your time. What's up, Benjamin? I don't know what you're talking about. Are you drunk? Are you drunk? Take the rides, racking up a decent sleep deficit for the week. Oh my God. Thanks, Hector, for the like. I appreciate it. I don't need to say it, Benjamin. I don't drink your beer. Whatever. I feel as though I'm racking up quite a sleep deficit myself this week. I stayed up and edited a bunch of videos last night after bedtime, and another this morning time. It was just perfect temperature in the camper this morning, and I did not want to get out of bed. Didn't want to roll out of there. Was just kind of perfectly snug. Perfectly snug in the bed, and yeah, it was rough getting out. It was rough getting up. Hunter says, I thought we broke up. Not quite, buddy. Not quite. I said I will be. And I guess I might as well talk about that first thing here. Benjamin, I did not spend the night with you last night. I'm sorry. I was with my wife and a couple friends, and then we came back to the camper, hung out with the dogs, went to bed. Sorry, buddy. I think you got me confused with someone else. I don't know what to tell you. Good morning, Hunter, by the way. Thanks for popping in over on Twitch, my one Twitch guy. If you had done your job, Hunter, now this is probably why we're gonna have to break up. It's not me, it's you. Is that how you're supposed to start a breakup? It's not me, it's you. But yeah, if you had done your job and grew the followers over on Twitch, I wouldn't have to dump it over there for a minute. All right, let's some changes coming. If you listen to Toolman Tim, if you've been following his stuff, if you listen here too, I've been talking about it for a while too, but Tim and I in the background have talked around a lot about YouTube, growing YouTube. Oh my God. Rachel with an open invite, pork roast with cherry fig jam and balsamic vinegar for dinner. Who's coming? How far are you from Tennessee? Corey, you want to make a road trip tonight instead of going to the cabin? She says as long as someone else is cooking. I love my wife. Anyway, Tim and I have been talking quite a bit in the background. We meet quite often. We talk about Delinquent Scully. We talk about YouTube and content creation and what he's got going on, what we got going on. It's a good relationship to have. If you have somebody kind of in similar space and similar circles that you can get together with and bounce ideas off of and things like that, definitely go for it. I don't know if I would necessarily call it a mentor relationship, but a peer relationship. And so we discuss a lot of ideas. We both try different things and kind of report back and see what we think. And this is something that we've both been talking about for a long time, at least privately. What it is, basically, I'm segregating all of my content. So the morning show will go and have its own YouTube channel. For a while, I will definitely be streaming to both, and that's why Hunter and I are going to break up for a little bit, because I moved to the StreamYard plan with three stream options, and I will be continuing to do this channel for the time being, just to make that transition. I will be using a new YouTube channel, and we will be going to Noster. We'll continue to go to Noster every morning. So Pip says, aren't there laws against segregation? It's my content. I'll do what I want with it. Thank you. So the new YouTube channel, let me see if I got it here. I'm popping a link in the show in the comments. I'll end up putting it in the show notes. But basically what's going to be on there is any live content, any podcast related content, shorts, things like that are all going to dive into that feed. If I happen to do interviews related to this show, it will be either aired live there or live there. Eventually I'll end up taking all the episodes down off the main YouTube channel and moving them over there. What's going to stay on this channel is Amazon product reviews, how-tos to an extent, but mainly the product videos. And then I'm hoping to transition to doing a lot of the small product reviews, the quick hitters like I put on Amazon that I just repurpose over onto YouTube, but then possibly weekly or bi-weekly do a more in-depth review of a bigger product, I guess. Being selective and really doing a longer, more in-depth review a week or couple a week, depending on workflow and things like that. So that's what this channel is going to be about. Then I'm going to have the morning show feed. We'll still do the full feed and the vertical feed, and the audio podcast will go out. And then the new podcast that I'm working on will have its own like little home on YouTube and some other things that I'm working on really quick with that, because that's filling up quick. I think I got over 20 folks 20 folks signed up to do a quick hitter interview. So the way that's going to work, that new show is going to be a 15-minute, hopefully 15, maximum 30-minute interview. Quick hitter, get a taste for the person, get a feel for their background, talk with them, and get their story out there just a little bit of how they progressed. And then depending on audience reaction, depending on our chemistry, me and the guest, there might be future plans with those guests that really click. But we're going to pump out a lot of interviews, pretty standard set interviews. So 15 minutes. Hey, how you doing? Who are you? How'd you get there? Blah, blah, blah. What are you promoting? And done. I think in 15 to 30 minutes, I can really feel like I can tell if there's potential there for more collaboration, and there's a route in place for that if it happens. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I've been working a lot with John Palmer says, hit it and quit it interview. I mean, really, it's strategic. And I've gone back and forth. Like this isn't something that just popped up in my head recently. Since I quit doing interviews regularly on this show, I have been thinking about doing it again because I really enjoy it. It was just doing an hour live and then sometimes 2-hour live interviews a week was a lot on top of this show and everything else I had going on. So I just had to get rid of it. But it was something that I enjoyed. I missed it when I stopped doing it. So I was trying to figure out a way to do it again, to get back into it. I like talking to people. I like hearing their stories. And like serendipitously, I've told you guys that Alex from Podmatch reached out. I used Podmatch for a lot of my guests when I started the interviews. I really like Podmatch. I really like Alex and Alicia, the couple that started it. The system works great. I recommend to anybody that does interviews, using Podmatch to run your coordination. They have calendar options, they have scheduling options, they have workflow stuff. I mean, it's really built by a podcaster for a podcaster to use. And then also the guest side, and I've talked about it, and I'll be promoting it quite a bit more, not necessarily on this show, but the serendipitous part was Alex asked me to be in a podcast network revolving around Podmatch. That being said, because it's revolving around Podmatch, one of the requests from them to be in the network where we all promote each other's stuff is that we book 95% or more of our guests through Podmatch, which is fine with me. There's so many endless supply of guests there, and they make it easy. So I'll be promoting Podmatch quite a bit on that show. And man, if you're a small business owner, if you're a digital small business owner, if your customer base is virtual or worldwide, you got something going on, you got a message to spread, can't beat $30 a month for advertising. Like literally you could go on as many shows as you could schedule. Time wise, I'm not saying that you could find. I'm saying you could go on there and literally message people all day and try to and get in contact with shows to go on, to promote what you have going on, to tell your story, to be broadcast in front of audiences. That's pretty cheap advertising. If you ask me, you're not making a commercial. You're literally talking about what you're promoting in your own words, in your own voice. It's what you're passionate about. So I think it's great. It's a great tool to use. I thought it was a great tool to use when I was using it for the longer format interviews. And I think going forward, it's going to be really fun. So I'm excited. Director Detour will likely start launching the beginning of November. I'm scrambling to get everything prepped and done. I have enough interviews lined up next week to start releasing episodes on November 4th. And the tentative schedule for release of episodes will be Monday, Wednesday, Friday to start. We're going to do 3 episodes a week and keep that rolling. And then depending on how the workflow goes with booked guests, depending on how far ahead I can get, we might transition that to 4 or 5 days a week. We'll see. I'm thinking comfortably will be 3 days a week. Yeah, I could do 3 days a week for a long time, especially at that 15 to 20 minutes. But yeah, it's exciting. And I'm still pounding out the details on the rest of the idea. And I will release more as things become permanent and definite. So look forward to that. Canadian Farmstead over in the vertical feed. Thanks for stopping in. You definitely did not say that last night. Yeah, I didn't. I don't know what I didn't say, but I'm guessing I definitely didn't say it last night. Had a really good cigar last night from St. Lucia, I think. I think it was from St. Lucia. My friends were going back and forth with where the cigars. So he brought out some cigars. They're getting ready to head down to the Caribbean again for a while. And one great part of them going to the Caribbean is when they come back, they always have a stash of cigars legally brought here. And so when we get together and have dinner or hang out at their place, we often end the night with a pretty decent cigar. And last night it was a short little bullet, and it was from St. Lucia, I think. It was good. I couldn't tell you the name of it, but It was good. It was good. It smoked well. It had a really nice aftertaste. It wasn't too harsh, and yeah, it was good. It was good. It smelled great. Corey enjoyed it, so that's always nice when the person you got to ride home with in the car doesn't mind the smell of the cigars. So yeah, excited for them to. I'm not excited for them to go. I enjoy hanging out with them weekly or bi-weekly, but they're gonna go, and there's always a silver lining because more cigars coming back to Tennessee, and they're hoping to learn to roll their own, which would be cool skill to obtain. So, but morning show will go on, guys. Will go on. Just have a home of its own. Also going to do I'll probably do the Jade giveaway in conjunction with. I was trying to figure out and what do you guys think? I was trying to figure out whether I should give away the Jade in conjunction with the new morning show feed or in conjunction with the new interview feed. I'm thinking that both are going to have their own YouTube channel. So here's how fucking retarded I am. I've been on YouTube. I think we just had our 8-year anniversary on YouTube. I think it was 9 years. Jamie says I'm getting pretty good at rolling little small cigars. Left-handed cigars? I think it's been 9 years since we've been on YouTube. And over the years, I've considered making this split. Putting one type of content one place, one type of content the other place. Forever, it's been what you're supposed to do. There were just reasons I didn't want to, blah, blah, blah. One of the roadblocks was, for a long time, you needed a separate Gmail to have a new YouTube channel. You needed a Gmail and a phone number, and you set it all up. And if you wanted another one, you had to have another Gmail and a phone number to verify it, and blah, 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 and all of this. Canadian Farm said Jamie's cigars smell like skunks. No, those are the skunks that like the smell of Jamie's cigars. So you needed a Gmail, which was fine because you could make Gmails like candy, but managing them at the end was the sticker. And then there was a point where I tried to sign up for a new Gmail, and they were like, "You've signed up for too many on this computer or with this phone number to verify it." I don't remember what it was, but at some point there was a roadblock where I was like, "Yeah, this is more trouble at this point than it's going to be benefit." Well, that's not the case anymore. I haven't looked in quite a while. I've just been plugging along here and there, and I looked into it the other day, and it appears now that you can manage up to 100 YouTube channels from a single Gmail address. So the barrier to entry, the roadblock to doing this, to separating everything out, to filtering content, to even the roadblock of it's a pain in the ass to sign in and out. Google made it easy to just flop, or YouTube, Google, they're all the fucking same, to flop between channels when uploading. So they made it pretty simple to do what I wanted to do, and so it was just finally time to do it. So yeah, we'll see how it happens, how it works. Tim is seeing good results from niching down. It's always been something that I was supposed to do. All the research I do, all the things I read, it's one of the things that is there the most when you read about growing your channel, and it's the thing I've done last. Like, I took all the other advice, and tinkered with that, and now this is another thing that I needed to do. So I think that's going to happen in I don't know. Let's see. This is episode 792. Tomorrow's 93, 5 next week will be 98. Man, if I do a bonus episode in there sometime, I think we'll be right at like episode 800 on November 1st. I think. Let me look at a calendar real quick. 93, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I'd have to do three or four bonus episodes. Maybe the 4th. Maybe November 4th is when we'll start. I don't know. I'll have to see. But just fair warning, check the show notes and check the comments for the next little while, and head over and like the new TheLOTSProject Morning Show YouTube page. And you might be entered to win a Jade. Blockstream Jade. I don't know how I'm going to give that. I got one here. I got a clear one for myself, and I have another one to give away. We gave away one at SRF to benefit Grindstone, I think. Might have been Grindstone that day. So we had 2 opportunity drawings at SRF this year. One went to Grindstone, one went to Caleb House, I think. I'm pretty sure my the day that they gave away the Jade was Grindstone. So we'll see. All right. So that's what's happening with the show. Excited about it. There are some other surprises coming up. Some things I'm working on that might pan out, that might not. Have to wait and see for those. Could be pretty fun. We'll see. We'll keep plugging away, and the changes might come around. Other than that, we'll just keep rolling the way we are with the show format and everything. So a couple things on my list. Did I end up talking about the Gulf stream yesterday? I know we started to. Did I end up talking about the article? I had it still open in my show notes. In my tabs here for the show notes, and I couldn't remember, and I didn't have a chance to go back and listen to the show completely to find out if we dug in and talked about the whole episode about the Gulf stream. I recall talking about the day after tomorrow and explaining that the Gulf stream was dying out, but I don't know if we talked about the full article, but we'll skip that for now. If you guys want me to talk about that a little bit more, let me know. But we'll go on to Lithium. Did you guys like that song from Nirvana? Did you guys remember Nirvana at all? Kurt Cobain, the Dave Grohl, that guy from the Foo Fighters. He was in a band before the Foo Fighters. It's called Nirvana. For all you folks from the late 1900s, you might have enjoyed their catchy tunes like Polly and Smells Like Teen Spirit and Lithium. Maybe not. But anyway, we're not talking about the song Lithium. We're talking about the element lithium. That thing they use for John Palmer says that's what they give the crazy people. It is also what they give the crazy people. But it's also in batteries. Man, wait a second. John Palmer brings up a good point. John Palmer just made my brain pump the brakes for a second. John Palmer says, I read it's supposed to be good for memory, but I can't remember where I read it. That's the old, my doctor told me I should be taking ginkgo biloba for my memory, but I always forget to take it. The fact that John brings up the that they give lithium to for psychological reasons makes me wonder if that has any factors to do with the rise in demand of lithium. Now we know that EVs and batteries and all sorts, instead of doing the lead acid thing, have gone to lithium based batteries. So you would assume that that's the major driver for the demand of lithium. But what if there is a small push in demand for lithium as people get more nuts? As we drive people down the crazy train, are we in need of more lithium to smooth them out, to make them able to hang out in society? Anyway, sorry. Thanks, John. John Palmer says your memory is not the first thing to go, but I forget what is. Right? Anyway, lithium demand is on the rise for whatever reason it is, whether it's EVs, batteries for solar banks, power walls, whatever, crazy people. Nonetheless, lithium is on the rise. We need more lithium. There is a large, growing, I don't know how large I would call it quite yet, a growing consortment of folks that thought or think that possibly the response to Helene, or lack of response, lack of coverage, military positioning in the area, could signal the fact that there is an effort to recover a large amount of lithium in the region, in the North Carolina, the western North Carolina, eastern Tennessee, and the Smoky Mountains. There is said to be large deposits of lithium. I've come to a point in my life where I can't really poo-poo anybody's ideas anymore. Conspiracies, crazies, whatever. You believe what you want to believe. You tell me what you think. If you can logically and rationally, or even semi-logically or rationally, lay it out there. I might not believe what you believe, but I can't tell you you're wrong anymore. I can't shovel away. Rewilder Life says Arkansas, and that's what I'm going to talk about in a second. They're publicly talking about Arkansas, and then the Arkansas deposit is different. I can't. There's no. I can't say you're wrong. I can't say anybody's wrong anymore. Over the last 4 years, really started ramping up, with the AIDS, the COVIDs. But it was around before that. It just wasn't as prominent. I've watched, myself included, I've watched a lot of people get demonized, shot down, told they were wrong. We all have. And it is what it is. Maybe it didn't change you. Maybe it didn't change your perspective. But I know what it feels like to be right and know you're right and be demonized because you're right. And ultimately be proven right in the end. And even if you're not proven right, who's to say it won't happen at some point? The more and more I go down the rabbit holes of things we've been taught. And I said it really went back further than the COVIDs. I mean, it goes back to before we even moved to our farm, when we started looking into food, when we started looking into economics. Me and Corey also. Corey was big in looking into food and things like that, but looking into the economy and looking into things like that, where we really came to understand that not every conspiracy theory is true. I'm not saying that. But there's a lot of shit that we've been fed that's bullshit. There's a lot of shit that's been taught, that's been assumed to be the way. Fat's bad for you. Like, here we go. Fat's bad for you. The history of our country, the history of the world, all of these things. You can go on and on and on and on and on. And some things I can argue with you about, and some things I can give my point of view, but I've come to a point where I just don't I can't call anybody crazy. I can't call anybody a wackadoodle. I mean, I can, and we joke about it, but I'm in that camp with them. It's like picking on your friends. I don't want to be the person that shouted someone down that turns out to be right. Because I really despise those people that shouted down me and the other folks that that were really right about a lot of things. So whatever. I listen. I take it in, I evaluate it, I determine what I think at the time, and I wait for more information. Or I don't. Or it settles it, whatever the person brought to me. Whatever. Well, that's kind of how I feel right now about North Carolina. We don't know what's actually going on. All I do is kind of observe from the folks that are there, that have their eyes on it. As we've moved into this world of AI, can you really trust the videos? Can you really trust even more than we couldn't trust the mainstream media before, with the advent of AI and the ramping up of how good it is? That just adds another level to the bullshit. So get your bullshit detectors out, folks. So that's where I kind of stand on the whole Helene was steered at North Carolina to, in the end, let the government seize the lithium supplies that they will access through the mountains. Plausible? Absolutely. Likely? Probably not. Where do I fall? Probably somewhere in between there. But anyway, coincidentally, to add to the mystery. Good morning, Seattle. Thanks for Thanks for hanging in or stopping in. Appreciate it. He says, my new signal unknowing is I'm on it. That's good. I've always wanted to be in a song. Rewilder Life says, I think it'll be more important that we do live videos. Yeah, I think but there's going to be a point where you're not going to be able to tell, even if it is live. Anyway, coincidentally, when the powers to be might have to start explaining where a shitload of lithium comes from, I find this article from Arkansas Money in Politics. This is the website Arkansas Money in Politics. Headline: the U.S. Geological Survey says Arkansas could be sitting on 19 million tons of lithium reserves. 19 million tons of lithium reserves. This is going to be coming out of the Smackover Formation. The Smackover Formation covers parts of Arkansas, Mississippi, Louisiana. Let me see. It's listed here. I was trying to look at the map. Recent study from the U.S. Geological Survey and the Arkansas Department of Energy and Environment estimates that between 5 million and 19 million tons of lithium reserves are located beneath South Arkansas. If commercially recoverable, the amount present would meet the projected 2030 world demand for lithium in car batteries 9 times over, according to the USGS press release. The study's novel methodology made it possible to quantify the amount of lithium present in brines. So this lithium is actually in solution in brines located in a geological unit known as the Smackover Formation. Extracting lithium from brines co-produced during oil and gas operations, i.e. fracking, provides an opportunity to extract a valuable commodity from what would otherwise be considered a waste stream. Now, I am not a professional lithium miner. I am not a geologist. I am not a chemist. I don't play one on fucking TV. I did not sleep at a Holiday Inn Express. I slept in my bed in a camper in Tennessee. I'm just a dumb fucking redneck that likes playing in the woods and talking live on the internet. So this could be wrong. Don't take my word for this, but I'm pretty sure lithium is not normally extracted from brine. I'm pretty sure lithium is mined in solid state. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm hoping there is a chemist or a geologist or somebody in this audience at the moment that can say, nope, you're a dumb fucker. Lithium is always in solution. I don't know. But the fact that they're saying that the lithium's in brine, that they'll be extracting it from a waste stream, that they'll be setting up these facilities relatively close. Arkansas, this Smackover Formation extends way over into to Mississippi and Alabama, even a little bit, Louisiana. So it's not Rewilder Life says big holes in the ground, I think, right? Like the Grand Canyon. They already took all the lithium out of the Grand Canyon. Pip says, quick Google search, brine, hard rock, clay, and saltwater mining. Okay, so they do currently extract it from brine, or it's in hard rock form. That's the lithium mines you see them bitching about Elon and the big quarries and shit like that. That was my assumption of how they mined lithium, was in a big quarry. But how convenient would it be if there was a very sparsely populated area where they were pulling lithium out of the ground, and then there was another facility relatively close where they're like, "Oh yeah, we're pumping this stuff out of the brine and getting all this lithium." I mean, I don't know what the motives for that would be. Maybe they can't just use eminent domain to take all of southern Arkansas and Louisiana and all of that. I don't know. You would think that would be a pretty easy place to shoot a hurricane through to have a recovery effort. Rewilder Life says, "Don't worry, they'll give us an apartment in a 15-minute city." Then why the fuck do you need your car battery? Why do we need all this lithium if we're all going to be in a 15-minute city and we're going to walk everywhere? Or are they going to give us electric bikes with lithium in them? Oh. Anyway, yeah, big old lithium. Whether it's related to Helene, North Carolina, and Tennessee, or it's not, and it is just another natural resource we have in this country. That we probably at some point. So here's how this is going to go. Anyway, I found this list: Arkansas, Louisiana, Texas, Alabama, Mississippi, and Florida are the states that the Smackover formation cover. Take the Ride says, "Isn't lithium highly radioactive or highly reactive in its purest form?" That's what I thought. I thought it was I thought once extracted, it reacted very quickly with water. I could be wrong. Like I said, it's been years since I was in a chemistry class. Wilder Life, so they can power the big cities that are always watching you. Yeah. So this is how I see this going down. If this is not related at all to Helene, and regardless of whether there's a huge lithium deposit in the Smoky Mountains, if this is true and they're able to extract this brine and pull the lithium from it, I feel like it's going to be something to the effect of, "Hey, we have all this lithium brine. We're going to be great, and we're gonna not have to import any. We're not going to have to pay anybody else for it. We're going to be able to supply the world with lithium, and we'll make some fucking money off it." And everybody's going to go, "Woo! Right, USA, made in the USA. Does that battery have made in the USA stamped on it?" And then some ass clown will say, "Well, we can't extract that brine. The 7-toed tree sloth frog calls 1 square foot of the Smackover formation its home. We'll just import all our lithium from China." Or maybe we'll, instead of the petrodollar having to stay afloat and not being able to extract our own reserves of oil in Anwar or the oil sands in the Bakken region of North Dakota, all of these natural resources we have right here under our feet, for political reasons, sit idle. Take the Ride said, maybe in combination with other stuff in nature could be. Hunter says, lithium for the batteries for the drones. Right. And the robots. All the iRobots. John Palmer says, "I've never been in chemistry class. I'm out of my element." Jesus, dude. Are you okay this morning? Are you stroking? Are you Hunter says, I would rather use their resources up first so I have my resources later. What if it comes in the form of using their resources up with you taking it right in the beehole? Take their rides. This hydrogen's the way. Lithium is fake and gay. So is IP. Hydrogen. I mean, what was it? Was it the Hindenburg that used hydrogen, or did they use helium? I mean, you can run a car off of water, right? No, you can't. No, you can't. I am not in a camper in Tennessee. I don't know about cars that run on water. If I'm not here tomorrow, it's not because the Starlink didn't work. I will get a message out. Hunter said that was hydrogen. Helium doesn't act like that. I tell you, I was in chemistry class a long time ago. A long time ago. So the Smackover formation is something we're going to want to keep an eye on. What their plans, how so here's my initial thought. They're poking around. Yes, yes, Hunter, it's the Smackover formation. One word, Smackover. SMACKOVER, Smackover formation. So right now the sampling area is right in southern Arkansas. If you know anything about fracking and pumping brine and filling caverns with salt water to push the gas out and refill the cavities and shit like that, I don't know exactly the process. I understand it on a very basic level. There's going to be all sorts of squirrely shit that happens if they start sucking the brine out of this formation. Looking at the map, it's quite large, and these veins. We talked about it, I think, yesterday. Was it yesterday? We talked about the aquifer that runs from Minnesota to Chicago. This is kind of similar. And when you start dicking around with the underground, stuff can go kind of squirrely. One thing that I'm noticing looking at this map, and it's stuff that I've kind of been observing since we've settled in this area for a while. That what is the fault right here in Tennessee? Is that the San Andreas? No, it's the San Andreas in California. The big fault here, the one that's gonna fucking crack the country in half. Son of a bitch. Why does New Madrid, that's it. San Andreas sticks in my head because that's the one that's they keep saying is going to rip off, but New Madrid, New Madrid's about set to go. It is, yeah. Mike Somset said New Madrid. It was there, guys. I just couldn't get it out. Looking at this Smackover formation, I guess I could put this map up on the thing, and you guys could see too. I don't need to save it for myself. I'll let you guys see it here. Here it is. All right. So if you can see the screen there, let me make it. That's not going to make a difference. You see how that yellow area kind of stretches over the bottom of the country there. If I recall, that is oddly close to the New Madrid. Take the Ride says, can't make money or cause human suffering with abundance. You got to use scarcity to control. Abundance is the way, man. That word is something that I have sit in my phone right on one of the top of my lists that I look at every day. Abundance, and figuring out how to live in abundance, not just financially, not just health wise, everything across the board. If you focus on abundance, your life is going to get better. And you nailed it. You can't control people unless you use scarcity. But anyway, this big old formation here, I'm looking at what happens when, enjoy your walk, what happens when we start pumping brine out of these caverns? What happens when the pressures start to change? What happens when the cavities end up empty? There was some weird shit in Pennsylvania area when they started doing the fracking and they started filling the caverns with brine and they started extracting the natural gas. Weird tremors and things like that. Now, call me crazy, but I can picture some shit going sideways when you start fucking dicking around next to the fault line that you've discovered that could tear the country right in half. Split it wide open. I don't know. Just things you see when you look at maps, not in isolation to themselves, but in relation to other things you know. So that's lithium in Arkansas. Keeping Jesus fuck. I can't wait to be in a structure that doesn't shake and bounce every single time someone moves or lays down. Me talking about my dogs laying down, but I can talk about them as anyone because they're the size of an adult human. It's like a fucking earthquake in here. John Palmer says Oklahoma experienced an uptick in earthquakes. And they haven't even started dicking around with this. Did Oklahoma experience an uptick in earthquakes when they started taking samples from the Smackover Foundation formation? We might be onto something. John Palmer says possibly due to fracking. Yeah, it'll do it. It'll do that. I mean, just think about it logically. If you have something that's solid or stable and you start taking parts of it out, there's likelihood that this shit's going to start shaking. I'm not a geologist by any means. I don't even play one. Don't want to be one. Yeah, keep an ear out for the Smackover formation, lithium, and securing our future away from. Would lithium? Is lithium? I guess fossil fuel would be would be burned, and then it's done. How are we going to classify lithium into the future? So we've extracted oil and we've created this stigma around oil that it was made by the dinosaurs breaking down, that it's fossil fuels, that it's in a limited supply, and that when we get rid of it, it's all going to be gone. What is the storyline going to be with lithium? Because I'm guessing that's going to be the next thing we extract and have to, like Take the Ride said, we're going to have scarcity. We have scarcity in oil. Rewild Life says a renewable. I mean, oil is kind of a renewable. I don't know about that, but did you know that they made the oil out of the dinosaurs? And that circles back to why I can't call anybody fucking crazy anymore. Next article I had here that I found interesting. What the fuck is this? Sorry guys. I had I don't know what this is. Some story about a jewelry retailer. I don't even know where that came from. They're the government's feeding stories into my tabs on my show notes, guys. I'm gonna have to vet everything I pull up here real quick. Sorry. Headline: Lake Erie. I grew up near Lake Erie, close enough to Lake Erie to have seen it. I believe. Hey, Clips, how's it going? How we doing over there? I believe that Lake Erie, you could set it on fire at some points because there was so much crap in it. So when I saw this story, Pip says, great question, Pip. Great question. I don't know if I'll be able to answer it today, but Pip says, so what happens with when the lithium batteries no longer hold a charge? Can they be recycled into new batteries? I don't think they can be recycled into new batteries, but you know what burns really well? I wonder if we can retrofit coal-fired power plants to burn lithium batteries. Have you guys seen these fucking Tesla fires? Have you seen a lithium battery on fire? They don't even try to put them out anymore because it takes so much fucking water. Can we harvest that? Or when the batteries become defunct and don't hold a charge, does the volatility also fade? Do they not catch on fire anymore once they're no good? I don't know. You'd think that you could recover. We're thinking permaculture minded systems thinking, where we want to use the waste streams. That's crazy talk. So Lake Erie, part of the Great Lakes, if you don't know, Rewilder Life says, bring back nuclear. Bring it back. Where did it go? Why did we not use it? Because it's Chernobyl? Because some drunk fucking Russian forgot to hit the stop button? Oh, it's because of the nuclear waste. Because burning piles of lithium batteries are any better than nuclear waste. Maybe it's nuclear waste that's in Lake Erie. I don't know. The pollution and such was bad. I'm pretty sure that from what I understand, they started to clean it up a little bit. And it's getting better. John Palmer says lithium burning stoves for home heating. We're problem solvers here at the Lots Project Morning Show. Jeez. But anyway, mysterious fireball lights up the sky over Lake Erie, captivating hundreds across North America. I figured it was just some large bird, some large seafaring bird that had been sitting in Lake Erie, took off and spontaneously combusted as it flew over the lake. That was my initial reaction after knowing about Lake Erie, and but I was wrong. On the evening, October 21st, 2024, a mysterious and exceptionally bright fireball streaked across the night sky above Lake Erie, sparking awe and excitement among stargazers across parts of the United States and Canada. The event, which took place around 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Eastern EDT, Daylight Savings is coming soon, guys. Are you all excited? Was widely observed, with the American Meteor Society receiving over 430 reports of sightings from various states, including Michigan, Ohio, New York, and North Carolina. Interesting. The fireball's spectacular trajectory took it from the west to the east over Lake Erie, providing a dazzling display for those lucky enough to witness it. The fireball's visibility across a large geographic area was made possible due to its high altitude, estimated at around 50 miles above the Earth's surface. Blah, 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 blah. We all know the Orionid, Orionid meteor shower that's going on right now. If you're interested in that kind of thing, you know that's going on from the end of September to the end of November, and it was peaking right about now. But this fireball was not related to that, because this one was moving from west to east, and the meteor shower is running from east to west. Random shit falling out of the sky, guys. No, nothing to see here. Article actually says that there is an uptick of meteors, of fireballs in the sky. Why? Why is no one at all concerned that there is an uptick in fucking objects falling at the earth on fire at high rates of speed? Looney Shrooms says it's Fox Satellite. Thanks for stopping in, Looney Shrooms. Appreciate you. Remember that name. I remember your name. You're back for more. You got just the tip and you're back for more. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping again. Hunter says, do you think it was one of those Boeing satellites that blew up? Looney Shrooms is on the same page as you, Hunter. What's up, sir? Sir, what's up? Ha ha! I see what you did there. Anybody noticing shit's going weird? I saw a TikTok the other day, and I'll probably save a lot of it for tomorrow, since we're here at 10 after almost. There's been some crazy shit going on in the universe. Now, I know folks in the audience might not necessarily believe that there's other planets and the solar system and anything like that. So they might have to just take everything I say tomorrow or the rest of today with a grain of salt. But there's some weird shit going on with the planets in our solar system. Things that I don't think line up real well for what's going to happen here. Take the Ride says, never believe any bureaucrat telling you they want a sustainable future. The system as it currently exists cannot allow real solutions, or the whole power structure dies. The whole power structure, the whole financial structure, all of it is built on consumerism and things that had an end of life. Because if we're not buying new shit, it all falls apart. Sir says, if they don't believe there's other planets, we don't care about their opinion. I don't know, man. I talked a little bit earlier in the show about my shift in allowing other people grace for their beliefs, because I've been shouted down and been right. Looney Shroom says, I'd love to launch someone that doesn't believe in planets into space. What do you think about the vaccine, Looney Shrooms and Sir? Looney Shroom says he would launch them into space safely, not rudely. Okay. My bad. My bad. Hunter says take it with a grain of salt because lithium's of salt. You're good at tying things together. No, I'm not. It's just it just happens to line up that way sometimes. There's more shit falling out of the sky. There's more meteors. There's more activity on the surface of the earth. There's odd things going on. I'm not concerned. If this shit goes sideways, like it potentially could, I don't think any of us need to be concerned about it. I don't think we need to be worried about it. You know what you need to do? You need to make the most of fucking today. Because whether you fall over by a heart attack or a meteor hits the earth or the poles shift and the fucking oceans overflow, your house burns down or anything of the sort, you know what we have right now? What we have is in a couple minutes here when I log off, you can go do something productive for your life. You can do something that makes you happy. You can figure out how to stop doing the things that don't make you happy and don't serve your purpose. You can build your life to enjoy what you're doing. And if you can't do that, you can at least start working on it. And if you have to do things you don't want to, because we all have to do things we don't want to, make sure the time that you spend not doing those things makes you happy. And you don't know what makes you happy, fucking figure it out. Because one of these huge giant, what did they call it? Fireball that flew over Lake Erie could land on your fucking house tomorrow. Wilder Life says paint your blue or get a blue roof, right? This fireball could land on your house. The government could knock on your door and say, you know, we found lithium brine reserves underneath your house. We're buying it. It's ours now. But I don't want to sell it. Too fucking bad. John Palmer says, wait, we're not supposed to sit here and waiting for tomorrow's show. Well, I mean, if that makes you happy, which it should, yes. Sit here and watch my videos all day until the show comes tomorrow. Take Their Eyes says, keep building for your future. Don't get trapped by fear. What's there to be afraid of? You get to it and you get through it. That could be a t-shirt. Somebody has had to have put that on a t-shirt before. Just get to it and get through it. I don't know. Is that a good one? Or is that a bad one? Tomorrow we're gonna talk about we'll talk about a little bit about the solar system and some stuff that might be happening or has happened in the recent future. And whatever else comes up, I'll be coming to you live from Delinquent Scully. Hopefully the Starlink signal works and I don't have to do any more canopy clearing to get a clear signal to be able to do the live show for an hour or a little more. And everything works out great. If the show tomorrow if you're listening on the audio or catching the replay and the show tomorrow ends up being a little choppy, I apologize in advance if you're going to be watching the live video. Please bear with me. I will be transferring my whole computer setup to the cabin, setting it up, and trying to figure things out on the fly. But once we dial it in and get a system down, going back and forth shouldn't be a problem. So we will see. We will see how it goes. I look forward to it. I've heard rumors and inklings of rumors that there might be someone that's going to crash the show tomorrow, since she may or may not have the day off. She might stop by and say hi, or at least make a cameo as she did making her tea. So make the best of your Thursday, guys. I'm heading down to do laundry, get groceries, stop at Lowe's, get packed up, and head out to the woods. Rewilder Life, I'll view from the frozen North Woods. I'll be in the woods here, not in the frozen Tennessee woods. I think it's supposed to be like 85, 87, something like that the next couple days. Beautiful, beautiful weather here in Western Tennessee. Guys, have a fantastic day. I hope you knock it out of the park. I hope you're not afraid of jack shit. I hope you know what you want in your life and what makes you happy, and you do a lot more of it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Don't listen to what they say. Guys, have a fantastic day. We'll catch up with you in the morning.